right, everybody, welcome back to the action. We have Fedor, Anthony Meglino. One pocket action. All right, Anthony is -1 right now on his score. It's the race of 3. And Fedor moves a couple more to his pocket. Anthony's going to have to try to move a couple of those balls out of Fedor's pocket. If not, he's going to have him in a little bit of a tough spot. Fedor will have 4 to 5 shots minimum. Meglino could play. He actually could move like 4 balls with one shot here if he plays it correctly off the 1. Fedor won. He beat Skyler. He's in the finals against Tony Chohan. Just fixing the description here real quick on YouTube. Just give me a second here, guys. Okay. All right. Now got all our descriptions set up. Got everything ready to go. Fedor just finished his match with Sky Woodward about 10 minutes ago. He defeated Sky 3-0. That'll put him into the finals of the Banks Division with Tony Chohan. Sky had defeated Fedor the round before that. And since both Sky and Fedor both had a bye, then that means that Tony automatically got the bye, which puts him into the finals, and he had to have the rematch between Sky. This will be Fedor's last match of the night. Tomorrow starts the 9-ball division. Those matches start at 10 a.m. There's not been a draw yet. which will all happen in the morning after the players' meeting at 9:30. Meglino looking to bank this ball back towards him. Play a little bit of high left English. He wants to run into that too when he's done. Move it out of the way. Stroke by Anthony. It's going to hold up though. He's also going to have to spot a ball. I'm going to roll that over slowly and make Anthony's ball. That'll be 2 for Anthony, 0 for Fedor. I absolutely agree with that one, Paul. It's actually sort of a shame that he's not able to play more on the Pro Tour. Sorry about that. Move my microphone. Fedor played a bunch of matches today between the banks and the one pocket, so I'm sure he'll be happy once he gets back to his room and gets to go to bed. Yeah, Jeremy Seaman, another one. He's actually come to one of my events in Philly. Nice guy, brought his family with him. Alright, we have the correct score here now. Meglino 2, Fedor 0. Fedor might play across the face of this ball with a little bit of right hand English and try to spin the cue over before the 3 on the rail. It goes the opposite way. So we'll spin the cue behind the 1. Doesn't get there. Alright, Meglino's going to have a shot at the 3. I'm going to play the 3 into the top left corner. Kind of punch the ball out towards the center of the table. And gets towards the bottom rail. It's going to give him 3 on the points. Bank this 4 up the table. A little bit of inside English. Ball holds up in the pocket. Ball's not frozen. Fedor moves that off the rail, puts the cue. 2.5 diamonds up He kicks his up table. Nothing hit a rail yet. It's going to be a foul. Nine ball starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. There's no draw yet, so I don't know what time Federer's playing. I'm thinking will probably be on around 12 o'clock, considering that he's one of the late matches tonight because of winning his last Banks match. So I figure they'll probably push him back a little bit. And Federer, I'm gonna look to two rail this back down towards his balls. It's a nice shot by Federer. That's gonna give him 1 point. Doesn't have a shot on the two ball though. You might see him one rail bank the ball that he's facing at right now, the 8 ball. One rail bank it down to the top, I keep calling it down, but yeah, technically he's down table. Looking at one rail bank's going to leave a cue to the left side of the table. They can be mad, but that's part of the rules. Federer had a bye. Yeah, I believe it was around 12 or 13. And then the next round, Sky had a bye. So both of them had a bye and Tony didn't. So Tony gets the bye. Sky and Federer have to play each other again. Seems to be a lot of people today. We're in not the greatest of moods. I've had a lot of people on the chat today that were just a little testy. Yeah, he lost to Sky. He lost to Skyler 3-0. Used his rebuy, came back into the next round, and then beat Sky 3-0. Federer has a nice cluster of balls on his side of the table, but he's got to be able to get to that 2 to break them open a little bit. I'll tell you about it later. Federer could 3-rail the 9. I think he's going to go with the orange stripe instead and push the 7 to the left rail. I was able to clear 7. That's even better. Did you hear from the stream, or was it somewhere written? And Meglino's going to look to maybe kick behind the 2 and kick the 2 to the left side. that's not a good thing. Actually, it's gonna sit on a spot with the 7. He should be able to get away with it. Not sure from this angle how much of the 2 Fedor could see. Probably about 2/3 of the ball. Oh yeah. Forgot about the meme. Cue ball's gonna be on the top rail. Anthony does have the 11 all the way down to the corner. I gotta change the actually gotta change. Forgot to change out Fedor's scoreboard. Sorry about that, guys. I was jumping from the last stream to this one. Change this just a little bit. Much better. There we go. Now it looks like Fedor's custom scoreboard is teal, black, and silver. Great color combination, by the way. Q's gonna roll to the top rail. He can play the 11. Still looks like he's avoiding a little bit of playing this 11. That's not too bad. Good for Ernie. Next time I saw him was Vegas. 2 years ago, I think I saw him in Vegas. I know he was living out there for a while. I think he said it was gonna head down south or something like that. All right, Fedor has a nice clear shot at this one. He's gonna make the one and punch over into the stack. Oh, did not open up the way he wanted it to. Fedor can play this 11 and cross over. Coming up 2 rails, he's going to have a nice shot on the 2. Just a little short, but the 2 and the 8 are going to block the 11. It'll be a tough spot for Anthony to maneuver around. That's funny, Paul. All the times I've been to Vegas, and we're talking probably 18 to 25 times. I think I've been to Griff's 3 times. And tried to move the ball out. It makes 2 on that shot. That's spot 2 behind the 8 ball. Long day of streaming today. Once this match is done, we'll get some rest, and we'll be right back at it again tomorrow. I'm very excited for the start of the WNT9 ball tomorrow. excited for a little bit of a more faster paced game. I love one pocket, but get to see a little bit of a faster pace tomorrow with some of the players. All right, Anthony. Going for this bank. Try to get himself close to that too. Got to the good side of it. I think Fedor's going to need to come one rail in. And one rail into the ball. They're jacking up a little bit. Have to spin around this too. There's no ball for Fedor. It's going to be a spot. Going to leave a big opening here for Meglino. His ball's a little off the rail too, so he should be able to make it and hit low right and drag it to the right hand side and come back over. Now he tried to run into the balls. Anthony has a little bit of an advantage over some of the other pool players. He's a tall kid. He can reach a lot of shots that a lot of players can't reach. Puts the two up towards the rest of the stack of balls. I think Fedor's going to play the 9. Or is it the 8 he's going to play? He plays the 8. Balls cue up table. Through no fault of their own, it just is how the layout of the room is. Wish these tables were swapped where the balls were down closer to the bottom of the table for the camera angle. For this particular event, it wouldn't hurt to put the balls down the other end, especially considering you're not breaking really hard. But I get it, the ball return comes from the other side. Anthony moved a bunch of balls on that. They had a shot, but none were really went towards his pocket. They're more towards the end center of the table. Fedor's going to make another ball. I'm going to spot that one. I'm thinking
I can't see the 5. 3's a little bit in the way. If you can see the 5 full, he can one rail the 5 and let the cue run into the 2 ball. Looks like he's got the full shot. That's a good shot. He moves the 5 over, gets the 2 behind him, or in front of him. Now the cue ball's right at Fedor's pocket. He's shooting away from his pocket versus shooting at it. Fedor takes a 1 railer on the 3. A little bit of an overcut on the 3. Rails out on the 2. Anthony's doing a very good job of not really leaving Fedor. Obviously, we're playing one pocket, so I mean, I understand that portion of it, but he's doing a very good job of leaving Fedor very close to his own pocket. Oh, I've seen Anthony play many times. Yeah, I don't underestimate him at all. I know he's more than capable of hanging with some of the best players in the world. Fedor gets a nice rub. Some of the players are in tonight that are only playing the 9 ball or kind of getting a little bit of a practice round in. I have to move that orange stripe. Come off the back rail, a little bit of right hand spin. I'm gonna kick the orange stripe into the rail. I was going through the front face of it. Got a real fortunate double kiss there. Going on a little over 12 hours now streaming. Starting to feel it just a little bit. Myself a little bottle of soda here. Let me crack this open. All part of the story, right, Arthur? I caught his match a couple months ago. I forget the guy's name, but it's Voice of Jacksonville Pool was the stream. I think it was him and Justin Hall were playing. Fedor to bank this ball 2 rails, bringing it to the top right pocket. All right, that's going to sit out of the pocket. Anthony possibly banking the 2 ball. Sort of a sellout shot, though, if he misses it. You're on. I'm not even going to give you one. You get a free pass on this one, Scott. Fedor's got Meglino in a good spot here. He can't play the 2 on the bank because if he misses it, it's going to leave Fedor straight into the corner. Yeah, one pocket's definitely a thinking game. If you're already, close to an elite level player, and then having a high IQ in the game or intelligence, it just completely helps your game. Anthony fires the 2, puts the cue ball up on the right side rail towards Fedor's side. Required 3-ball combo, tough 3-ball combo to make a shot from here. Yeah, there is a ton of players in Florida. Fedor thins the 5. That's a fantastic shot. Combination 9. I was able to see it clear. Be careful. Going away from the ball, he's going to cut this ball to the pocket. He's going to be going in the opposite direction. Could also shoot the 9 first. I don't think he can get around the 7 now. Yeah, that was a great shot. He's going to cut the 7 to the top right. Ball sticks up. Give Fedor 3 in the score. Meglino still has 4. Back rail 9. Oh no. Carry him off the 3 to make it. It gives Fedor 4 on the score. I think one pocket resumes at 12 o'clock tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. See if I can pull up a bracket. Scott Frost is up 2-1 right now on Riley Adkins. Tony Chohan is up 1-0 on John Ponagar. Can Salim has defeated Gershon Martinez 3-2. I don't have anything scheduled out for tomorrow yet. It tells me at least 12 or 2 o'clock for the start of the one pocket. And Anthony goes around the 9, tries to put the cube on the bottom rail. Oh. I have a brand new microphone arm that makes like a squeak every time I move it. All right, Fedor to bank the 3 ball. Quote, I'm sponsored by Kamui. Played it nice, but I think he's going to leave Fedor a shot. Not sure if Fedor has to cross over the 3 or not. Does not have to cross over. That's a good shot by Fedor. He's got 5. Attempt to bank the 2. Try to get it in between the 9 and the rail. No. 3 rails. It's going to come to the right side rail. It's going to get Fedor 5. He's up by 1 right now. Meglino going to try the carom again off the 15. See if he can move the 2. Great shot to get that cue ball down to the bottom rail without disturbing either one of those 2 balls. Three railer for... No, he's going to shoot the 9 instead. Rails on the 9. It's got speed. I don't know if it's going to have to get there, though. It's going to sit in the pocket. It's actually a good leave, too. Anthony's going to make the 9. He's going to have to kick at it softly. Left him a really good shot there. Federer left himself a great position after the shot. Did not leave a good shot for Anthony. No rail for Anthony. He's going to spot one. That's going to bring him to 3. Federer conveniently needs 3 also. We'll play the 9. Come up for the 2 in the same pocket. So he's going to use a 2 for his last shot. All right, Federer needs 1. Play the 2 to the corner. All right, Federer's up 1-0 in the overall score in the overall Rex. Federer's down there with his booth. Him and Whitealia around there. I'm gonna buy one of the new collections, the Derby City Classic shirts and hoodies from Federer. Check it out at fedorgorstshop.com. We're heading into rack number 2. Federer's up 1-0. It's going to be Anthony's break. All right, Anthony's break. He's trailing 1-0. Yeah, no one's ever swept. Closest was Filler last year. When Federer wears jeans, he's not Federer anymore. He's Fred. It's like in the movie Over the Top when Sylvester Stallone turns his hat around. Federer moves the 3 to his side, puts the cue. Leaves Meglino a shot on the 1. It's risky. I like that Meglino's not afraid to take a risky shot, though. He'll go for something that's a little tougher. He trusts his stroke and his confidence. I mean, nice shot. Not a lot of players would have the confidence to shoot that shot. They would just take the extra 2 or 3 innings trying to play safe or needle the ball. That's 2 for Anthony. He got down a little too far. He gets on that ball. Federer could have been in trouble this rack. Yeah, I agree with you, Arthur. You and me both, Scott. Oh, I know that all too well, Arthur. It's my MO. I play better safes on myself than my opponents. This sweet shot by Federer. Brings it back, hisses it off into the pocket. He's got 2 in the score. I don't really see him having the straightest shot here for his next shot. He might take this ball on the top rail. He might play this ball 3 rails. Top rail, left rail, down towards the stack. It's one of his options. You gotta be kidding. Is he? Oh, God. I'm going to have to get a level counter. Go with the chalk counter. Federer studying this rack on a little bit of a molecular level. Two rails down. Doesn't make it. He still put it in the stack. That's a good shot by Federer. I think you're saying Arthur is kind of getting him out moved a little bit. Caroms are allowed, of course. This is one pocket. It's just getting the ball into the pocket legally. Legal shot means hitting your ball and either pocketing it or making it hit a rail after your shot. 5 years might be long. Now here's my question out. Like we always give John a hard time, but what if they did pull the levels out and it wasn't right? You know, he would have basically got them to the table knowing that it's not right. You're absolutely right, Scott. Maybe a personality clash or something. Guys, if you can, like, share, and subscribe this page. hit the heart emojis a few times. Get some emojis going there. Let's change our algorithm. Try to get us towards the top of trending at YouTube. Absolutely, Scott. Francisco Bustamante. And probably, it's not Shane. I know Shane didn't win a, Shane hasn't won a Banks. Bustamante and Gorst, probably. Ain't happening, Scott. Diamond doesn't make a Chinese 8-ball table. At least none that I've ever seen. That's right, yeah. Boosie never won a 9-ball. He won the Banks, the 1 pocket, and the master of the table never won the 9-ball, though. Right, we got 2-2 on the ball count. 1-0 overall, Fedor. Fedor has to be tired. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open. Fedor's been playing a lot of matches today. He's probably exhausted. It's going to leave Fedor another one of those backwards banks. Going to turn the ball over. Thanks, Vince. Appreciate it, buddy. Funny thing is, I have a regular job during the day, so I get up at like 5:30 in the morning and go to work until about 11, and then come home and stream. So he'll have time to rest in between the shots, in between if he gets to all 3 finals. They're saying on the schedule there's going to be 1 hour between each final. Yeah, Tony don't care. He'll just go with the flow on it. That's the one thing I 100% respect about Tony. He'll when he wins, he wants to win because he beat you. He doesn't want to win on technicalities. He doesn't want to win on drama, you know? Oh, absolutely, Quote. But I mean, it's going to be a little bit better than it was last year when they're all coming 30, 40, hours in a row playing. Since they have that extra day, they can take them, get some rest, and then even in between the matches, it's 1 hour rest period. It's amazing sometimes what a 20-minute nap can do for you. Yeah, absolutely. 2 rails. Meglino on the 7. It's not there. All right, Fedor up to the table. Play the 7-1 rail. Come back up top. I think both players here are kind of tired. Been there all day playing. I think he left Fedor the 3. Putting the extension on too. Gonna have to take a long straight shot with this on the 3 ball. All right, Fedor shooting the 3 ball, trying to make the 3 in top right pocket. Does not fall. He's attempted to make Fedor's ball. Good shot. That's going to give Fedor 3. Fedor going to two-rail this ball back to his pocket. Anthony looking at the 4. Meglino taking a slow pace here on these balls. Really working through the time at the table. Might be an unforced error. No, he's going to get away with it. And Anthony Meglino is from Florida. He's a 775 Fargo. Anthony has a 3-railer. He can play the 4. Bottom rail, right rail, top rail down in his corner. All right, goes to the table. You might nip this ball here. On the right side, play a little right-hand English. Left side rail and try to scoot down to the bottom. All right, Anthony working out of trouble here. An okay kick off the point. I think Fedor can see his 8 ball. folks. I'm going to stand up here, trying to get the blood flowing a little bit. No. I've been through a lot of derby cities. Just getting older, losing the stamina. And Fedor putting balls back on his side of the table. Meglino's going to make a mistake there, leave a ball towards his pocket. Fedor's going to be able to back cut the 11 down towards his pocket. You got that right, Jabero. My alarm is my cell phone, so Rust and Feast phone. All right, back cut on the 11. Does not go. Legend at out of work bum look a lot alike, Daddy. What movie is that from? All right, Meglino looking at the 11, trying to move it. Seven goes down. Lino throw the ball into the stack. Play some video games, Mike. And Meglino trying to shoot the 2 in. But Mommy does. Meglino needs 2. All right, we got 1-1 on the score. All right, here we go. Rack number 3. Fedor breaking them open. That's a good match. Just both. You can tell both players that are playing are tired and slightly fatigued too. I would expect if this match was taking place maybe at 7 p.m. that these guys would be firing balls. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Gets away with it though. I think he's stuck behind the ball. Scott, we don't have coffee beans in my house, bud. Keurigs. All right, the ghost onto the 1 ball. Gonna go up table with the 1 and back down. 6 is gonna give him some help. They can add, if they had an 11th day, it'd still be, yeah, it still becomes a grind. Just gives you more days to keep playing. And Fedor plays the 8 in clean. I'll play the 4-6. Why can't you, Brian? It's actually cheap compared to most pool tournaments. For most pro events, I mean, you know, I think you can play in all 3 events without the rebuy. I think you can play in all 3 events for under $700. Yeah, some matchroom events cost like I think the Super Billiards Expo is charging $500 for just the matchroom event. All right, Fedor's got 3. Played a 2 and come under. To the 11? No. I'm not enough. He has a shot on it, but I think he's going to play the 7 first. Yeah. Every pool player should experience the Derby at least once. And Fedor looking at the 7. I'll play the cross table. Got such long arms. Fedor can really bridge over a ball really well. What's the seniors now? 50 and over, I think. I think the seniors is 50 and over, and the super seniors is 65, right? Anthony moves 3 balls at his side. They do, Ed. Yeah. And of course, everybody stays for action. Oh, really? Hammer's playing it this year? Wow. That could be a... That could be a real fun thing to see Hammer taking down the 50s. It's a really good shot by Fedor. Moved that 11 to his side. All right, Anthony, look at his shots. It's a foul for Meglino. He's -1. All right, Fedor's got 4. Anthony's -1. And Federer's going to try to bank the 13. One rail to his pocket. I think I would expect them to push Federer to the later round tomorrow. Getting out of here late. But then I also look at it as that could be unfair if he gets pushed to the later round. Almost like special treatment. And Federer shoots the 5 in. It's going to spot. Two rails on the 5 for Meglino. And Federer going to play the edge of the ball. I always love the post comments after a video is posted. And Meglino's -1. He's trying to play an up-table game, trying to move all the balls away from his pocket. You gotta remember, Scotty's from Arizona. This is only 9 o'clock for him. 9:30 at the most. Let's see if Fedor can cut the 11 down to the corner. All right, it's going to give him 5. Where's the bump? Didn't get the best position on it, but he can shoot this to the bottom right. Or sorry, the top right. All right, Fedor to cut this ball to the top right. All right, he's in there. He's going to lead the cue ball to slow down a little bit. All right, Fedor's on to the 5. Fedor coming into the 5 ball. He's going to play the 5 to the top right. Want to draw the cue to the rail for the 7. And Fedor needs just the 7 for the win. All right, we got 2-0. I'm sorry, 2-1 Fedor on the overall rack score. I'm going to go into rack number 4. And get that magic ball rack or any of the other apparel and accessory items and cue ball items from FedorGorstShop.com. Here's a link for you in the chat. And Fedor bumps the 15 off the rail. nothing here. All right, Fedor studying the shots. Yeah, it's nothing right there. Just put that there. Yeah, thanks. Three, the 8, and a 4 kind of in Fedor's way. He can't leave the ball on that side of the table. Looking to play the orange stripe. All right, Meglino going to bank the 2. Bank it towards the 8. He's going to try to roll that Q up in between the 4 and the 1. All right, Fedor looking at the 1, the 3, and the 8. Going on 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. Fedor looking to see if there's a good hit. Good hit by Fedor. Meglino's going to have a shot on the 8. He might be able to twist it back. He plays the 8 to the rail. It's going to leave the Q up to the top rail. $675 on the stream right now, guys. On a late Tuesday night. Got 9 balls starting soon. If you can, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Sorry, the commentary is lacking a little bit tonight. I'm hitting a wall a little bit. I'm sure Fedor's hitting a wall even more than I am. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it, buddy. I'll be good to go for 9 ball, I promise. It's a nice shot by Fedor, clearing that ball, clearing the 8 to the left side, making the 3. It says here that there is 179 in one pocket. I could be wrong. Let me see. We have 179 in one pocket. But then it says only 3 players can use their buy-ins, which is wrong. There's a lot more. About 28 people still have their rebuys. No, Nathan, they don't stop and start it. The Grady rule can kick in. If they kick in the Grady rule, that's makes it a little quicker. But I don't think we're anywhere close to the Grady rule yet. This one's got Fedor perplexed a little bit. Played a nice shot there. Fedor gaining some followers this week too. I think he's gained about 1,500 subscribers. And Meglino onto the 4. Fedor's -1 right now. Meglino pushed a couple balls towards Fedor's pocket. Wasn't really trying to do that. Oh, that ball's going to stay up. That's going to give Fedor a chance to maneuver the cue around the table. And Federer's going to play the edge of the ball. It's a good shot. He got himself there. We can play the ball to the top left corner. Come back out for maybe the 8 ball. Better to play the orange stripe, roll the cue into the 6 and kind of park it. And Federer's putting his spot ball back up. Meglino might do the same thing. He might shoot this ball forward and try to hold the ball to the stack. All right, Federer takes the foul. He's going to go back down to 0. Or, I'm sorry, -1. Meglino is going to take the foul also. Federer might be able to play off the edge of the ball, put it to the right rail. Yeah, Grady rules in effect, but it has to be 2 hours for the first rack before it takes effect. Or 2 hours in one rack. And they're not 2 hours into a rack yet. All right, it makes a good hit. Anthony gonna come 2 rails again. Fedor might be able to put him back in the stack again. Fedor keeps putting him in the spot. Meglino keeps kicking out of it. One of these two is going to make a mistake soon. You're right. You're right, Jimmy. It's 2 hours into the match. I thought it was 2 hours into a rack. Apologize. He puts him back into the stack again. Fedor might take the 11 off the 2 here. All right, Fedor sends a cue ball up top. He's the first one to move up. I think that'd be tough to do in banks. You can just hit anything. And we're at 2 hours now on the match. They might come around. Hennessy and Chohan are at 2-2. They're on 3 hours for the match. Probably minus a half hour for the table leveling fiasco. Yeah, I don't know if the refs are going to come around and call it though. And right now, no balls are up table, so it wouldn't even apply to this game. All right, Fedor's still on -1. Waiting for Meglino to make a possible mistake. All right, Paul, stop spamming the chat. All right, Anthony looking at the 4-ball maybe? Have a good night, Paul. Shouldn't be any roaming refs. There's only 2 matches left. Everything else is done. And Meglino makes his ball, also makes Fedor's ball, so Fedor's back to 0. And Meglino fires the 8. Misses that. He's going to have to spot Fedor's ball. Fedor's looking at a couple options. Fedor's going to take the counter on the 7, looking at maybe. No. I think it goes. I think he just has to. He's just worried about whether or not the 12 is going to get out of there and hit the 11. Now my studio is on my 2nd floor, so my my bedroom's only about 10 feet. $178 people are still left in the one pocket. I gotta do is click at the top there, Carrot. There's the link for the bracket. Just do the search. You can search any of the players that are in there. I'll tell you who they played, if they won, if they lost, etc. If they have a rebuy. And we're going Hill. Scores 2-2. Fedor Gorst and Anthony Meglino. All right, rack number 5. Fedor's break. I think that's the referee letting them know the time. I believe we're officially on the Grady rule now. All right, while we're here on the timeout, if you guys want to follow Fedor on his social media accounts, you can check him out at Instagram at Gorstianich, on Facebook at facebook.com/GorstFedor, and on YouTube, youtube.com/@FedorGorstPro. Let's go over some of the players that are in round 6 tomorrow. Some of the notable names in for tomorrow: Alex Olinger, Alex Pagalayan, Brandon Schuff, Can Salim, Chris Reinhold, D. Atkins, Elliot Sanderson, Eric Roberts, Evan Lunda, Francisco Bustamante, Killer Filler, Lee Van Corteza, Lucas, Mickey Kraus, Nick DeLeon, Nathan Childress, SVB still in, Tyler Steyer, Watali Patsura, They have 500 players in the Derby City 9-ball. Meglino's back. Good shot for moving them balls back and forth, putting that ball in his pocket. The draw's not out yet for the 9 ball, but the player list is out. No Jason Shaw. He's skipping this one. He's not feeling well. All right, Fedor's going to make Meglino's ball. He's not going to make Meglino's ball. It's -1 for Fedor. All right, that might have hurt Fedor, that miss. Just one. See you, Scott. Meglino on the 8. He wants to pull back to the right, getting that ball on the bottom rail. That gets to the 9. What, on the 9 ball? Now you've seen everybody. I haven't gone through the entire list yet, but I believe you've seen everybody that's on there. Oscar Dominguez. He's playing. You haven't seen him yet this week. None of the Coe brothers are there. Yeah, it's starting to get brutal. FSR is not there, and neither is Al-Kaidi. All right, Meglino's got 5. Fedor is -1. Scholl's not here this year because he's sick. He's not feeling well. He's got the flu. Fedor banks the 1, leaves the cue up to the top rail. Meglino has a shot on the 6, also has a shot on the 3. Yeah, Jason's a fun time. Fedor lives in Indiana. All right, Fedor looking at a couple shots here. Fedor's got to play a good shot here and play it safe. That's going to cause Anthony to make a mistake so Fedor can capitalize. Fedor pushes the 2 to the top. All right, we have 2 above the head string. If the referees did indeed put them in the Grady rule situation. Seems like they're letting them go because technically the 4 balls have to spot. A 5 in the kitchen. So 8 ball, 2, 3, and 15. Yeah, 5 in the kitchen. So I was counting the ones that are past the line. Meglino goes for the 11. Stays up. It's going to be tough for Fedor to fade this. I can tell you it ain't the flash. Fedor goes for the 8. Meglino going for the 8-ball bank. God. Now the 8-ball bank's the right shot. It's gonna make him. You just hit the 8 a little too hard. Made it a little softer, would have been okay. You were up 2 hours and 26 minutes. Meglino misses. Here's Fedor's opportunity. Europe, they have a 2 hour, 3 hour, and a 4 hour rule. All right, here's Fedor down on the 1. All right, Fedor swishes the 1. the 4-hour mark, whoever's leading in the game and the ball count wins the match. And Fedor spots his ball, gets back to even. Sure, every match John Hennessy plays. Two balls going. It's not going to go in now. Anthony's on 6. There's 9 balls on the table. All right, Fedor scratches. He's going to be -1. And Fedor's attempting this. Bank over the 2. Real soon. Real soon with the vacuum cleaners. Fedor going to tuck the Q down by the 8. We're getting close to 2 hours and 50 minutes on this match. At the 3 o'clock mark, Grady rule states each player will get one more turn at the table. Then any more than 2 object balls above the head string will spot at the end of each player's inning. Spotted balls will be the balls closest to the head string. If 2 or more object balls are the same distance from the head rail, the incoming shooter will designate which ball to take. Casino staff shooting on a table next to them. They just got off their shift. Fedor looking at the 8. He's going to kick one rail into the 8. Kicks it pretty good to his pocket also. They probably didn't obey the rules correctly. A lot of people get confused on the Grady rule. That's what the rules for the Derby state. The player that is in the lead after 4 hours is the winner of the match. All right, Meglino makes Fedor's ball. It's going to bring him back to 0. Tkach was asleep hours ago, probably. Fedor's going to bank in the 2 ball. So the 3 ball is going to spot on the spot. Yeah, I think Collins might be on the stream with me here Thursday night. I must not watch Collins as much as everybody else. What is the Freedom song? Is it the actual song Freedom? It's a nice shot by Fedor. Fedor to play the 4. Put the 3 back up and spot a ball. The 6 will go onto the spot. It might take them all day to make the 4. Yeah, they're playing the Grady excuse me, the Grady rule. All right, they're going to be at 3 hours in about 3 minutes. That ball skirted out. That might be it. All right, Meglino needs one more. And Meglino's going to beat Fedor. Move on to the next round. Fedor's going to use his rebuy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to go get 12 minutes of sleep, and then we'll be back on the stream. We'll see you guys later on tomorrow. 9 ball starts.